You don't.
I'd like to call a regular meeting of the Robertson County Commission, December 18th, 2023. Order. Is there anybody that didn't sign the, what do you call that thing? Agenda that wanted to speak?
Sign-in sheet.
Sign-in sheet that wanted to speak? Okay, all right. Commissioners, if you will, let's do roll call. Okay, I got 23 present, 1 absent. I declare we have quorum. Okay, the chair recognizes Commissioner Steve Haley for our invocation, followed by the pledge to flag. Please stand. If you will, if you got cell phones, mute them, and if you got a ball cap on, I didn't think about that. I seen Randy Wilson's hat he wore in there.
See what? Bow with me, please. Lord, we thank you for the time that we have, that we can come and take part in the business of our county, Lord. We pray that each person will be of a cool head and a sound mind, Lord, and that we will take care of the county's business the best way it needs to be done, Lord. I thank you for the outcome of the tornado last week, Lord, and that there were no injuries. And Lord, thank you for the work from our EMS, our Sheriff's Department, all our first responders, Lord, for the way they were able to take care of our county during this disaster. Lord, thank you for the season that we're celebrating, the birth of Christ, for that's the true reason for this season. Be with us, Lord, watching care of each one of us. May everything we say and do be to your glory. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Haley. Okay, Commissioners, I got the minutes of the previous meeting in your package. I'll entertain a motion. Got a motion by Roberts. Got a second by Ed Hebert. You're all for filing the minutes, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Minutes are filed. Thank you. All right, my communications, I just want to say, I seen Channel 17 last couple of mornings, and they didn't know whether Robertson County was in or out on the FEMA deal. And what that is, we had less damage than anybody. FEMA came Tuesday, and we should know by tomorrow. We've been accepted in Washington to be a disaster. Been told by FEMA that it's not going to be any problem. It's a certain amount of money has to be for FEMA, which FEMA's been here all week. But we had more than that in the substation out there on Industrial Drive. So, you know, I wish Channel 17 would call me, because they said some things like maybe we didn't apply and all that, but yes, we have. And Chance tells me we ought to hear something tomorrow. And FEMA's still gonna be back in town again this week. I want to congratulate all the ones that worked. It was like Saturday night, I know people was in chainsaws, and they made them quit because the wires down. Sunday, you couldn't go in. After they got some of the wires up, they let people go in, and we got more stuff turned in than we can use. We offered Clarksville a tractor trailer load yesterday, and Jordan and them went around. Clarksville turned it down. They said they was full. That shows what this community does. Man. Jordan and them went around and gave it to Open House and
Open Door and United
yeah,
Ministries.
and United Ministries, yeah. Yeah, thank you for doing that. But Bathfitters was the one that was holding these supplies, and they had run out of room too. That shows you how good we take care of each other in Robertson County.
Amen.
Amen.
All right, I'm gonna say the county's closed, next Monday and Tuesday for the holidays. The convenience stations will be open Friday from 1 to 6. They will be closed Saturday, and they'll be closed Monday for Christmas, but Tuesday they'll be back in business while the rest of our office buildings will be shut down. All right, anybody got anything want to add about communications? If not, we'll move to public comments. Madam Clerk, if you got several want to speak,
Do you want me to?
yeah, say your name.
Mr. Bobby Trotter,
Bobby Trotter. Mr. Bobby, come up and, address, please. I think Madam Clerk's gonna give you 3 minutes.
All right. Address 103 Kimberly Court, Springfield, Tennessee. I'm Alderman Ward 2, Springfield. Thank you, Mayor.
Well, thank you.
Speaking Commissioners. I'm here to speak on Juneteenth holiday. As you all know, it's a federal holiday, a state holiday, and I was part of the vote for the city holiday. State holiday, it passed in a bipartisan vote, was signed by Governor Bill Lee on May 9th. So I'm just here to briefly encourage you to make this happen. There's no reason for it not to. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam Clerk.
Mr. David Walker,
Hey, David, everybody knows you. State your address, okay?
2307 Bluegrass Drive. First and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for giving me the opportunity to come up here and speak. To piggyback off of what Mr. Trotter said, I just feel like it's so much importance in this holiday. Some might look at it, well, it didn't happen in Texas. Well, guess what? Independence Day didn't happen in Tennessee, okay? The thing is the importance of it. In 1776, and I don't know if y'all know history or not, but in 1776 was Independence Day, correct? All right. You fast forward it 89 years later, okay? That's when you got Juneteenth, okay? Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation to free all slaves and enslaved African Americans, okay? The only reason why they went back to Texas to do that was because Texas didn't abide by his executive order. Okay, so all I'm asking is, it's not a white, it's not a black thing. Okay, I have biracial children. Okay, the thing is, it's the right thing to do. I don't want to give up a holiday. Okay, no, I don't want to give up a holiday. Do I want this decline? No, I don't want this decline. I want what's right. Okay, we can't control what happened in our history. We can't. But one thing we can control is this day moving forward to where when our kids reflect on history, they see what we done to make things right in this county. I feel like our county has moved forward. Great progress. Everyone supports one another. Think about the tornado just came through. Like, people don't see color when it comes to helping in this county. But I think this is very detrimental to where this should have been passed a long time ago, but it hasn't. And I hope that I can encourage you guys to really think long and hard. If your decision was already made, please think about it, because this county doesn't need the attention of golly. Sumner County recognizes it. Cheatham County recognizes it. Davidson County recognizes it. Montgomery County, the city of Springfield recognizes it, but not Robertson County. That's a bad look on you guys. That's a bad look on you guys. It's not a bad look on me. I'm part of here. But you guys make the decision. So it's not on us, it's on you guys. So I hope that y'all really take this in consideration long and hard and vote the right way for this. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you.
Ms. Terry,
Ms. Perry?
Terry.
Terry?
Hello, my name is Karen Terry. Do y'all want to do I need to give y'all the history of all the addresses in Springfield or just the recent? Just to let you know, I am a product of here, but 920 Spruce Street. Really, I can't, my cousin Alderman Trotter, I call him my son/nephew, David, has given you all a lot of history. What I'm wanting to do is just make sure everybody just loosen up. So if you all remember the show, The Golden Girls, and Sophia always said, picture this. I want y'all to picture this. I don't have a lot to bring, but in 1865, as David gave you all the history, June the 19th, it was the emancipation of enslaved people in the U.S. I think my only question to everybody here today is, What does June and November have to do with each other? I was hearing something about, well, we'll have to take this day, which is the day after Thanksgiving, which is Black Friday, if we put this day on the calendar. Please tell me if I'm wrong. There are normally what, 365, 366 days on the calendar? I'm pretty sure we don't have to take anything away. Let's stop taking away things and let's just start working together. Juneteenth is in June. It has nothing to do with Black Friday. So you all consider that, okay? That's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Virginia Boyd?
Virginia Boyd, 807 Perry Drive, Springfield, Tennessee. Do work with the Planning Commission of Springfield. And I would say Juneteenth. It is very important to us and also to our young people here in Springfield, Robeson County. They need to know that they are an essential part of what goes on in this city and in this county. A countywide thing that will help to network people, bring in different influences within the county to help us as a people to come together, all of us. Like I said, in 1865 in Texas, what went on there? But today, on this day, December the 18th, we need to bring a new thing to Robeson County. To spread, our communities want to observe this. The people have a right to, and you have the opportunity to make it happen. And that's what we're here tonight to address you for. Give the opportunity to others to know their history, to know that they matter within this county, and that you are for them, and that you back them all the way. And we thank you. We hope that you can take it into consideration. And if you hadn't read up on it, it's a good time to do so. So thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay, that's all we got as far as our resolutions.
The rest of them are rezoned.
Yeah, rest of them's rezoning, okay. I'll bring you back to the county commission then. All right, we'll move on to our reports. In your package is reports, and I'll start with the highway report. Any questions or comments? Veteran Service Officers, Veteran Service Office. Any questions or comments? I'll recognize Terry Wilson. I think his last day is December the 22nd. Terry's done this county an excellent job. I think the last time we had a veterans recognition, that office has brought in over $49 million to Robeson County for veterans. They've done a great job, great job. Trustees report, any questions or comments? Fire Committee, any questions or comments? Animal Control, any questions or comments? Let me just say it'd be a great time for somebody to go adopt an animal or a dog or something, please. Yeah, we opened that new one up. Within 10 days, we was full. Yeah, we need some people to go out there. Okay, planning. Any questions or comments? Solid waste, any questions or comments? EMS, any questions or comments? Finance report, any questions or comments? Hearing none. I need a motion to file the reports.
Reports be accepted in order filed.
I got a motion by Haley and a second by Moore. Any questions? Question being called off your for this, for filing reports, would aye? Aye. Anyone opposed? So moved. And the chair recognizes Mr. Stubblefield with the nominations committee.
Madam Clerk, fellow commissioners, and ladies and gentlemen of the audience, the nominating committee would like to put this name into nomination for the airport board. This is a joint city-county spot on their board. And we want to put into nomination Pat Looney to fill that spot on the airport board.
Is that unexpired term or is that for?
I think it,
They're filling out a term of, I wish I forget the lady's name. She resigned, filling out her term.
Okay.
yeah, it's just,
Yeah, this, the airport board interviewed 4 people. And they voted for this gentleman right here. Yeah. Okay, I need a motion. You made the motion, Stubblefield, got a second by Commissioner Roberts.
Question.
Question being called. If you're for that nomination, vote yes. Say aye. Aye. If you're against it, vote no. So moved. Thank y'all. All right, we'll move into our zoning part of the commission. Again, I'll open it up to the public. You'll be asked, Honeybee, you want to ease on up here? She's gonna read the zoning that we're gonna recognize, and then we'll open it up to public to speak.
All right, resolution number 121823131. Brittany LaBorg requests to rezone 5.53 acres from AG2 to RP 80 located on Swift Road, tax map 125, parcel 056.00, 4th voting district. The planning commission recommended approval by a vote of 6-0.
Anyone here to speak on that zoning matter? Yes, sir, come up. We'll state your name and address.
My name is Scott Engelhardt. My address is 7411 Swift Road, Greenbrier.
Okay.
I moved to a house on 7411 Swift Road. It's a 100-plus-year-old house. Excuse me.
Address them, I'm just mon.
My wife and I purchased a home roughly 15 years ago. It's 100-plus years old. We purchased it because of its privacy. Our neighbor's located up in the woods. The other neighbor, you can't even see him. It's a peaceful place to live and work. I know that everybody has a right to build on their own property. I get it. But I had some concerns about it, which I just need to speak my mind on. Never met my neighbor. Pardon my nervousness. I've not done this before. First thing is, depending on where they put the home on this, it's a narrow parcel of land on a field across from our house. Depending on where they put the home, it'll destroy our privacy. Secondly, there's a natural drainage. It's on a hill and there's 2 hills that meet together. There's a natural drainage that goes to a pipe under Swift Road. It drains into Sulphur Fork Creek. I'm wondering if depending on where they build it, how is it going to affect that water drainage? It might divert it into a part of my property, which would be undesirable, such as a middle of my driveway. Also, we respect our trees and wildlife, and there's a large piece of woods in between our properties that's beautiful. Deers hang out in there, all kind of animals. There's a chance that whoever does buy it will tear all that down. It's a big concern of mine. I know it's not my property, but it's a concern. It's an environment. And, another thing too is I'm a mechanic by trade. Sometimes at night I'll work on some certain projects I own, some trucks and whatnot. I know there's a noise ordinance, I think it's 10 o'clock, but being high, I have no real neighbors. Sometimes I work late at night, owning a shop, use air tools, stuff is loud, and I don't want to create a problem and have to undo my hobby because I don't want to create a noise complaint and cause myself or other people. And lastly, I do like the target practice in my backyard. I don't want to upset anybody by doing so, and depending on where they locate the house might omit my chance to even have that right to do that. I appreciate your time. Just wanted to speak my mind on. I don't want to cause a problem with my neighbor. I've never even met them, but I just needed to speak my mind. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Have a great Christmas. Thank you.
You too. Anyone else? If not,
Hey, there's 3 that's on there.
I got mention a name.
Miss Elizabeth Brown.
They're for the next one. They're for Eddie Smith.
There for the next one?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Anyone else on this zoning issue? Okay, Honeybee.
Resolution number 121823132. Eddie Smith requests to rezone 2.51 acres of the 18 acres from RP 80 to C1 located on Highway 31 West, tax map 085, part of parcel 074.00, second voting district. The planning commission recommended approval by a vote of 6-0.
Okay, Madam Clerk,
Miss Elizabeth Brown,
Ms. Elizabeth Brown.
Hello, I'm Elizabeth Brown and I live at 1508 Hidden Meadow Drive, Cottontown, which is in the Quail Ridge subdivision. 2 years ago, Mr. Smith requested rezoning of this same 2.5 acres from rural preservation to commercial. That request was denied. I am asking you to, once again, deny this request for the following reasons. Our backyard overlooks this property, and having storage units or any commercial building this close to our backyard will have a negative effect on our property values. If you were looking for a new home, would you choose one where the view from the backyard is of storage units? I would not. And what about the future? If this is approved, what would prevent Mr. Smith from requesting that the rest of his acreage be zoned commercial? Would everyone on the north side of Hidden Meadow then have storage units in their backyard? The security lights from this property will create a light pollution problem, which will be visible from our back windows. Furthermore, storage units are an eyesore to the surrounding area and will have a negative effect on the entire subdivision. After all, does this area even need more storage units? There are already multiple storage unit businesses further north on 31W and south of White House on 31W. There are even more on Highway 76 and on Highway 25 in Robertson County. This section of Highway 31W is very residential, and I'm asking you to keep it that way. Please remember that 2 years ago, this request was denied. Please vote no in order to keep this 2.5 acres zoned rural preservation. Thank you.
I'd like to remind everybody, this is a courtroom. I mean, I know you're energetic, but please try to keep your clapping down. Anyone else like to speak about this? Yes, sir.
I'm Mr. Eddie Smith with the property. Some of you may have heard the story on this before, but just that farm has been in my family since before that subdivision was built. Very quickly. I've passed this around with the planning commission, which approved it 6-0. Every property owner that touches the property, I have assigned with their name that they have no problems with it, including it is commercial in that area. AAA Auto Glass is straight across the street. The contractor group is signed right here. They are just south of me. Also, DIY Cabinetry is just south of me. And also they have a storage dumpster place as well. Those are all just south of
Sir,
me.
would you mute that phone?
I'm so sorry. I had that turned up.
Take it. Don't look happy now. Go ahead.
So there are 4 or 5 commercial businesses that touch my property. I'm not sure where Ms. Brown lives, but there is one person that actually touches our property. And I did have a meeting with him because he's the only property that touches where the storage units will be. and he had no problem with it. I did address the light situation, and Clover Engineering is doing the engineering on it, and that is not a problem by putting guards up to it. There are 70-foot trees between us, and we're going to put an additional evergreen boundary around there. It will not be seen. We're trying to keep the farm in the family, and to answer the other question, my 17-year-old son, the lot to the west, which will be right behind the storage unit, it belongs to him. My 28-year-old son here has the next lot behind it that we've divided off. And then the third lot is for me and my wife of 31 years is our retirement home. So this is the only thing we're trying to do to keep the farm in the family. We had to buy the farm from their other siblings to keep it in the family. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Does anyone else like to speak on that zoning issue? Well, this guy here jumped up before you raised your hand. Yeah, but I'll get you next, ma'am.
No, please. Go right.
You want to yield to her? Come on, ma'am. State your name and your address, please.
Christina Dallas Jones, 511 Tyler Court, Cottontown, Tennessee. I live in Quail Ridge subdivision. Just want to touch on a couple points, and I'm sorry, Mr. Smith, I've never met you before. So I definitely understand the value of family and keeping things in your family. However, the Quail Ridge subdivision is very secluded. That is a very old, it was built in the 1980s. That subdivision has been around. The homes in there, the people that live in there have been in those homes for 20 plus years. I'm new to that subdivision. I moved there in 2020 or 2020, and we moved there to be part of a neighborhood and a community, and that community is very much against. I understand you've spoke to the 6 residents that are right there, but out of the 100, probably plus, I don't know for sure how many properties are in that subdivision, but probably 100. There is a community on Facebook page that we keep in touch with on a regular basis, daily. And the voice of that page is very much against this commercial establishment that's being added on. There is a ton of different properties that are available to build more storage facilities. And that is definitely, and the evergreen trees is wonderful. It sounds great, sounds wonderful, right? But how long do those trees actually take to grow? So you're talking about in what, 30 years, 20 plus years that it's going to take for those to be established. It still is going to be taking the property value down for that entire subdivision. And then additionally, it's going to affect the crime rates because let's be real. Any type of storage facility does have crime rates involved. So I don't want that in my community. I don't want that in my neighborhood. And I definitely don't want it for the homes that are directly impacted by that. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Sir?
First of all, thank you for your time this evening. My name is David Brown. I live at 1508 Hidden Meadow Drive. And I'd like to read something that we prepared in which we've had over 37 resident houses, homeowners in the subdivision sign. If you'd like to have a copy, I'm more than happy to get some copies made and share that with you. But it is all signed by 37 people, family owners in the Quail Ridge subdivision. The property on 4033 Highway 31 North is owned by Roy E. Eddie Smith. He has requested to rezone 2.5 acres of this property for RP80 Rural Preservation District to C1 General Commercial District for the purpose of building storage units. We, the undersigned, oppose this change due to the property being at a higher elevation, which increases the water runoff on all the properties along the tributary that feeds Honey Run Creek. We already have problems with the existing business surrounding us causing massive water runoffs, erosion, flooding, including flooding on Cantrell Drive, which I have posted pictures of in a minute. The most recent business built a retention pond to slow the flow of water. but the creek has continued to erode. The trees along the creek bank have fallen due to the erosion. At times, water over the road on Cantrell Drive has prevented school buses from completing their routes, whereas not being able to access Hidden Meadow Drive. Again, I do have pictures to share with you. The proposed elevation of the storage unit is an appropriate elevation of 815 feet per the attached topographical map. The approximate level of the culvert is 770 feet. This is a drop of approximately 45 feet and less than a distance of 900 feet. As you will see from the maps, we are in a bowl. An additional water runoff would cause untold damage to properties bordering the proposed commercial venues. All of us have had to deal with more water problems since Mr. Smith has bush hogged the land. In doing so, it has increased the speed at which the water comes off the property onto ours. In addition, the light pollution from the proposed business is a concern for all of us, since we already have the issue with the current businesses in operation near us. It is apparent that most storage facilities produce a large amount of light. Therefore, we strongly recommend this property be prevented from changing from the present rating to commercial, and that Mr. Smith request rezoning be denied. We are grateful for the opportunity to share our concerns. We hope that a possible resolution that will be in the best interest of our beautiful neighborhood and subdivision. These are pictures of the road before it rains, which is this one here. This is a picture of the same road when it rains. As you can see, it covers Cantrell totally, and in turn, a school bus would not be able to get through due to the amount of water. These are some other ponding areas that we show. This is actually my neighbor's backyard as water runs off the back, as you can see heavily.
Hey, sir.
Yes, sir.
Your 3 minutes is just about there.
Okay, I'm going as fast as I can. This is more flooding pictures that I can share with the board if you'd like. This is my neighbor's backyard of more water flow off. If you change this, we're gonna have more water. And very upfront, we don't need more water. As you can see, we don't need that road already flooded, which we already have pictures of, but we're more than happy to share you. I feel my 3.5 minutes are up. Thank you for your time very much.
Thank you.
Did everyone get a chance to see the pictures?
Yes, sir. Got one more here. Come on up, sir.
My name is Michael Duncan, 1500 Hidden Meadow Drive.
I know what it looks like.
My property does connect Joe's, my neighbors, so we do have vested on that about this property. We already have problems with water, and it's something that I've had to work for. I've been in the neighborhood since 93. The subdivision was built initially in 78, developed around 77, 78. Property that the cabinet shop and the auto garage in right now was a defunct salvage yard. So it was already commercial when Herb Lord developed that subdivision. And so all this is a very rural area. You know, it has one road coming in and out. And that's what the draw is. People love it there. We're on Facebook. Neighbors are keeping in touch with each other. We recently had one section of that commercial property that a garage was built on. And they built a retention pond or detention pond. I've got a couple of quick pictures from a recent rain. Shows how much water is being pushed off. I'm sorry I didn't print these out, but this is how much water is being pushed off into that creek. It's a wet weather creek. It runs into Honey Run Creek. So it causes a lot of flooding. We have lost probably a foot in the bottom of the creek bed itself. I've had personally build a $16,000 wall to replace the yard that I lost from it being undercut by the water, so much water coming that it blows out through that culvert. It's not big enough under Cantrell, and when it blows out, it takes the bank. It's taking the root system out of the trees. Out from under the trees are falling over. So that's my biggest concern, is because building anything, he's got that detention pond. The engineer was supposed to, at the meeting, to come out and look at the site. All he did was look at the plan. And in the middle paragraph, I don't know if y'all have this from Hunter Mantooth, the design of the stormwater system for this site during the site plan process must consider the current maximum of 100-year flow. And we're already reaching that on a regular basis. And so it's just really, I love the neighborhood, want to stay there, don't want to move. I've been in White House since it was incorporated.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it, sir. Yep. Gotta have my hat.
Yeah. If you got a hat on, I wish you would please off just a second. Thank you. Okay, anyone else? Got one more? Yes, ma'am. You come right around this microphone, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Lisa Peterson. I live in the Quail Ridge subdivision also. And I just wanted to beseech you all to think very hard about this decision that's about to be made, with all respect to Mr. Smith. It is very corrosive. All our neighbors are very concerned about it. We've seen a lot of changes in our neighborhood from the new developments, that the wildlife is being affected. And we would ask you all to really consider denying this request to turn these 2.5 acres into more commercialization around our homes. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Smith, we don't usually do rebuttals. I understand you want to probably answer the water situation. Yeah, but I think if the engineer does his job, that would be addressed, wouldn't it? Yes, sir.
The county engineer looked at it as well and approved.
Yes, sir. Okay. Anybody else?
The engineer did not look at it. He posted it. He never went out and looked at it.
Mr. Brown, please. And we could go back and forth all night. I think they get the picture, okay? Anyone else? Anybody new?
I'll say something.
Go ahead.
As a resident, my name's Thomas Howe. I live at 501 Tyler Court. As a resident of the subdivision, I'm asking that you not do this. This is our home. It will affect our property value, and that's not fair. It's not right to do that. There's plenty of land around there. My gosh, go up a few hundred feet and there's another storage facility right across the street. We don't need this, and we don't need this going into our homes. That's why we came here, is because of this. We love this neighborhood. The moment we drove into the neighborhood, we fell in love with it because of all the trees, and it's just beautiful back there. If you've never been there, you need to see this. It's a gem. Please don't mess up our neighborhood, please.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, I'll close the part of the public hearing. And Honeybee, you can go back to Mike. First thing we're voting on, Brittany LeBoer, District 4, Ag 2 to RP 80. I need a motion. Motion by Bubba Dars. Second, got a second by Eric Roberts. Any questions for Hunter Mantooth? Question being called. If you're for that resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. At 18-4, 5 against, that resolution passes. Okay, now we're moving item B, District 80 to General Commercial C1, Eddie Smith, voting District 2. Need a motion. I got a motion by Roberts. Need a second. That's second by Commissioner Martin. Any questions for Hunter Mantooth? Go ahead, Commissioner Stokesfield.
Were these concerns brought to the Planning and Zoning Board?
Yes, ma'am. So originally this came before the Planning and Zoning Board in October. They tabled it to give time for our consultant engineer to look into the stormwater. He did send a letter back, which is in your packet. And then when we came back with that, the planning commission voted for it.
Any more questions for Hunter Mantu? Commissioner Roberts?
So if this gets voted in for C1, if any development is done to it, it's just for us to vote it as C1. It would-
That is correct.
Plat and everything else done.
That's correct. They'll still have to do the site plan.
Correct.
That is correct.
All we're doing is, if we vote it in, is to get it through commercial. Correct.
You're just doing, if it can be rezoned to C1, then they have to follow all the other steps through the surveyor and the engineer and the site plan.
Commissioner Head Hebert?
So Hunter, I'm just thinking back in the past, everything, they're concerned about all the water. And all the engineers have to look at the pre-water runoff, and it has to meet, the post-water has to run it. So basically, if they're having water problems now, what they're not supposed to have is to have more water problems. It's supposed to be the same as what they had pre as opposed to post.
If I understand correctly, yes.
That's the way I understand it as well. And I understand their concerns, I do. But I also understand them wanting to keep their family farm.
Right.
And where else are the commercials in relation to where these are? Kind of hard to tell. 31.
Look at the zoning map that's in your packet.
I hadn't pulled it out.
You want the printed out to see?
I just want to see right quick. I had it up, but I wanted to make sure, and I was looking at the letter. But this is what he's wanting to do.
But it's just the 2.5.
This portion right here. Okay. So it's not any back there, but this is already where the commercial is.
That is correct.
Okay. That's what I was kind of looking at and thinking. I wanted to make sure.
Commissioner Summers?
Why was this request denied 2 years ago?
I cannot speak on that. I wasn't here.
Okay.
So I have no idea.
Commissioner Moore?
So the farm is 18 acres or a little over 18 acres total. He's only doing 2.51. Majority of that road frontage is 31W, which is commercial.
That is correct.
And they do still have some original residential homes on there. But it is a feeder into White House, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The road frontage. But like Commissioner Roberts said, it has to go back through
Still has to do the site plans and get approved.
process as everybody else has to do.
That is correct.
Thank you, Hunter.
Commissioner Hogan?
The runoff from the Highway 31, is there a problem with it because it is a pavement? If that water has to go somewhere, do we see it trickling back into the subdivision or into the drainage areas or the creeks to raise them up? Is some of that problem already generated by 31W?
I cannot honestly answer that. I'd have to get with the engineer. I can get you an answer. I know, I don't know.
I'd rather have storage.
Okay,
Trays or.
any other commissioner got a question? Okay,
I got a statement I'd like to make. I listen to the people, and I think when there's enough people in the subdivision that don't want something, I think they speak their piece.
great. Thank you, Commissioner Darcy. Anyone else?
I got runoff on the house.
All right, I'm gonna call for question.
It was a.
Question being called. For this resolution, vote yes. Against it, vote no. Got 10 for and 13 against. I declare that resolution fails. Okay, thank you, Honeybee.
Can I say something, please?
Ma'am?
Just a statement. I understand you people not wanting this, and I understand Mr. Smith wanting to keep his farm. And y'all, I have a farm, and I mean, it's not as probably as big as his or anything like that, but I understand the family wanting to keep the farm. And I understand both sides of this. I understand that, and I used to work for the city, so I looked at that runoff, I had to look at runoff all the time. So I understand you guys, and I'm sorry, Mr. Smith, that this has happened again, but y'all, it's, everybody up here understand you guys, and we were put into a rock and a hard place. I just want y'all to know that. We understand what you're doing.
Thank you, Commissioner Hebert. Okay, at this time, we'll move on to our resolutions. The chair recognizes Commissioner Bobby Couts.
Madam Clerk, Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Bob.
fellow commissioners and honored guests. I would like to present to you Resolution 121-823-133. This is a resolution for the Safe Baby Court. I get a second, we'll discuss.
I got a second by Commissioner Woodard.
This is a $100,000 grant from the great state of Tennessee to fund a Safe Baby Court. And we've been led to believe this will be a renewal. This is ongoing money. The state will continue to fund this. That's not the way we understand it.
That's the way it was explained to us.
So what I will tell you is that as long as they do that, then we'll do it. And if they don't, then we'll have to decide as a commission where we'll continue after that.
I got a motion by Couts and a second by Woodard. I need any questions for Commissioner Couts?
Question.
Question being called. For this resolution, vote yes. If against it, vote no. I got 23-4, 0 against. That resolution passes. Commissioner Couts.
Yes, sir. This is Resolution 121-823-134. This is a resolution funding Terry's retirement, $5,654. This is his vow, and I will tell you that he's gonna be missed. He's been good for this county.
Question?
I got of course, motion by Couts and second by Martin. Any questions for Commissioner Couts?
Question?
Question called for the resolution. Vote yes. If against it, vote no. Got 23-4, 0 against. That resolution passes. Commissioner Couts.
This is Resolution 121-823-135. This is a resolution for autopsies. They're going up, and to cover that cost.
This is not anything that we can, just, I guess, doing business. About all I can say.
Question?
Got a motion by Couts, a second by Summers. Any more questions, Mr. Couts? Question called. If you for the resolution, vote yes. If against it, vote no. Got 23-4, 0 against. That resolution passes. Commissioner Couts.
Yes, sir. Resolution 121-823-136. This is a resolution for the county schools. This is state education funds, and this is and how they're allocated as part of this package, $462,824.
Okay, this is a balanced budget. All right, I got a second by Mr. Doris. And we got one that would like to speak, Mr. Morgan.
Can you explain why it's being amended? I didn't catch that.
This is revenue from the state of Tennessee. The total amount is $462,824. And what they broke down under that is how they're going to spend it. There's $8,000 on guidance personnel, $5,000 on other equipment, $29,400 on administrative capital outlay, and then $420,424, it says other equipment. If we want more detail on that, we'll have to.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got here amendment for public school security grant too. Anybody else got a question for Mr. Couts?
Question.
Question being called. If you for this resolution, vote yes. Against it, vote no. I got 23-4, 0 against. That resolution passes. Mr. Couts, you like to go again?
Sure. This is Resolution 121-823-137. This is a resolution funding, a security for the building. At this time, there's not any during the week. And this has been brought to our attention. And the sheriff thinks for this amount of money, he can start working on security for us. And that's going to involve deputies. And I think they're roving at this time, without getting too much into this. And I want to say this includes panic buttons for each office that will go directly to the sheriff's office or their radios of the person roving. I would tell you that this is something we've been talking about for a long time. In the world we live in, it says it is. I think we should consider this, not only for our employees, because that's very important, but also for the people that come and do business here. Right now, we have nothing to deter them. And we've had more than one department head said that people sometimes get upset with them. Sometimes, if I understand, is upset is they want to pay taxes on a $1,000 truck that's worth $20,000. They don't appreciate that. And that's just one part. If y'all want to discuss this some more, we can.
Okay, I got a second by Roberts. Anybody got any questions for Commissioner Couch?
Question.
You got a pushy button.
I don't have.
There,
There you go.
there you go. You want to speak?
Hey, I was just gonna say, which we've talked about since building and grounds, this is just a start for what we want to do for security. This is to get something going right now. Down the road, we expect to have more, but right now, this is what we felt like we could afford at this point, having somebody in the building. But we do plan on moving forward as we go.
There's more to follow, but we think this needs to happen.
But
Anybody else got any questions, Mr. Couch?
Question?
Thank you. Question being called. If you're for this resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. 23-4, against. Resolution passes. Appreciate it, County Commissioners.
Can we talk about this for this one?
It's a start. Commissioner Couch. We have to make two readings out of that.
Yes, sir.
We're going to suspend the rules. I need a motion to suspend the rules because this does affect the general fund.
Motion first. I'll make the second.
We passed this one.
We passed that one. I move that we do suspend the rule on this particular motion only.
This motion only. Got a second by Commissioner Haley. Well, I'm gonna say Commissioner Roberts for her records. All right. Now, you're voting on suspending the rules.
Call for question.
Yep. Question called for. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, we have suspended the rules. Go back to the original resolution.
All right. Resolution is, we just talked about funding security, service security for this building.
Call for question.
I got a second by Commissioner Summers. Question being called. For the resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. Got 23-4 against. That resolution passes on the second reading.
Thank you.
Where are we at now? Commissioner Caps, you got one more?
Oh, we've got a sheet full of them here. We have resolution 121-823-138. This is opioid money from the government and citizens group. This takes $31,348. This is done at the mayor's discretion with our approval. The CASA court-appointed special advocate will get $2,674. The Isaiah House will get $2,674. 26,000 of it will go to the Mid-Cumberland residents. This is a place for people to go visit.
Yeah, let me explain that.
Okay.
Mid-Cumberland has opened up a 72, not really rooms, but like small apartments for rehab. I've been told that if you got somebody in bad, serious problems, you need to get them out of the county where their family can't see them. But this money is going to building a room where the families can visit them and stay with them inside of an atmosphere where maybe drugs can't be passed. Each county was asked to donate a share. Williamson County done 100,000, they got more money than we got. Some of the small counties did, we do 20. And this is not all of the opioid money, but this center down there will represent and pull people from Robeson County down there to it. Hey, this, as Bobby said earlier, this is the world we live in today.
Is this recurring income too?
No, and this is not a recurring
No, this is not recurring.
unless we decide to put it in there.
Right, okay.
Mr. Chairman, this facility is gonna be in Williamson County?
Burns.
Burns, Tennessee,
Okay, that's
Dixon County,
Dixon
Dixon County, yeah.
Okay.
Any more questions? Question being called, if you pull this resolution, vote yes. If against it, vote no. And I tell you folks, if it saves a couple lives or one life, $5,000 well spent. I got 23-4-0 against, that resolution passes. Okay,
All right.
Hey,
we're gonna let you rest a minute, Bobby, get you a drink of water.
Good.
Our Chair Rex, Commissioner Stubblefield.
Get to rest three.
I'm bringing you three resolutions tonight. The first one is resolution number 121-823-139. These three resolutions that we're working on now are yearly maintenance. Basically what we do, we're just renewing or making whatever changes need to be made. So this first one is a resolution making changes to the official maintenance road list and map. So I make a motion.
No, I think this one is adopting the official roadmap. Then we'll get down to changes. That's what my numbers,
changes.
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 Hey, I got 3139 adopting the official roadmap. What's the top of yours say?
Changes. Official road map.
Yours is wrong.
Man, I'm the chair.
She had it though. You're right.
All right, let's go down to 41. Be mine, 41.
No, Miss Fay's right. Miss Fay.
Miss Frey, how'd you get right and I'm not? Go wherever you want to go. Just read that number again.
All right. Resolution number 121-823-139. This is a resolution making changes to the official maintenance road list and map.
Okay, I got a second by Haley. Any questions for Commissioner Stubblefield?
Question.
Question being called for changes to the official roadmap. Vote yes. Against it, vote no. Got 23-4-0 against, that resolution passes. I guess now we're gonna adopt official maintenance road list.
That's right.
Think so, yeah. Resolution number 121-823-140. This is a resolution adopting the official maintenance road list for Robeson County, Tennessee, including the changes.
Okay, I got a second by Haley.
Question.
Any questions, Mr. Stubblefield? Question been called. If you're for that resolution, vote yes. Vote no. Mr. Hart?
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
I got 23-4-0 against, that resolution passes. Mr. Stubblefield.
Okay, resolution number 121-823-141. This is a resolution adopting of the official 2024 roadmap for Robertson County.
Got a second by Commissioner Moore. Any questions? Question been called. If you're for that resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. I got 23-4-0 against, that resolution passes. Thank you, Commissioner Stubblefield.
Thank you.
Chair now recognizes Commissioner Haley from the Education Committee.
Mayor, Madam Clerk, fellow commissioners, citizens of Robertson County, I present to you resolution 121-823-142. This is simply declaring surplus property from the school board.
I got a second by Commissioner Woodard. Got a question been called? If you're for that resolution, vote yes. Against it, vote no. Commissioner Morgan?
Yeah, this next one I don't understand, so I'm.
Thank you,
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's right.
Okay, I got 23 for, 0 against. That resolution passes.
Now we're there.
All right, Commissioner Couch? Commissioners, you've got 3 options on Juneteenth. Read your bottom, that last paragraph clearly before you vote.
All right, this is resolution 121-823-143. And I don't typically read these, but I can this one if it's.
Well, the first, hey, if you'll read number 1, says respectfully, you decline to add Juneteenth as additional county holiday. So if you're voting on this and you vote yes, you're voting yes that you want to decline. You understand? Everybody clear? You vote no, you want to move to the next option.
I'm not, it's puzzling to me how it's written here.
We're gonna have
To
2 no's
reject-
and 1 1.
One, and then if you reject one, you don't, seem like you don't have another option to do anything else.
If you reject one, the other 2 are gone then. That you're not gonna take the holiday. But if it passes, then we'll move down how we're gonna do it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Now, I'm gonna say, you vote yes, you're declining the holiday. If you vote no, then we're moving to the next option.
Makes sense.
I got a second by Billy Ray Dawes. Any questions for Commissioner Cowles?
Just to make sure, vote no, you're declining it, voting yes, we move to number 2.
No.
That's what I'm hearing out of my.
Why is it written that way?
I saw what it says, vote.
You read number 1, respectfully, you are declining. So you are saying, yes, I am declining.
So
Got it?
the last paragraph,
Motion is to decline.
the motion is to decline.
Right.
So in order, if we want to move forward with it, you
vote no.
strange it, if you're in favor of this, you should vote no. If you're in
Okay.
favor of having Juneteenth recognized, you should vote no on this resolution.
Everybody clear?
Here's mud, let's go.
All right, we got a speaker, Commissioner Dawes.
Yes, sir. I feel I need to abstain on this because my wife works for the county. I don't feel I need to be on holiday or.
I think we all need to abstain on it if you can't vote, Bubba. Commissioner Dawes, everybody here is kin to somebody somewhere. Hey. Need to abstain.
I'm out front about it, don't.
Well, but you're out front. You can, hey, I'd rather you say, I am saying that I do have a county employee that works for the county, but, got a man up there.
I don't mind.
All right. Anybody else? I got Commissioner Woodard.
Hard first.
Well, wait a minute, who's first? Hart, go ahead.
I know there's a lot of people in the room that probably not gonna vote for this unless we take a holiday away. I think we're kind of putting ourselves in a pickle if we vote before, kind of putting a hard cart before the horse.
I don't understand why you won't take it away.
I'm not. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not voting.
So I understand what you're saying, but the more I've thought about it, I think I don't disagree with how we're doing this. If we're gonna recognize this as a holiday, that's the question. Not how we pay for it and fund it's a different conversation in my mind. Are we gonna recognize it or we aren't? And I think that's the first question, and I think it's a fair question when you put to it. We can talk about how we fund it after that. That's my opinion.
Let the chair say that I've been here a long time. First time I've seen 3 resolutions on one item. But there is 3 solutions, and that's the way it is. Commissioner,
Woodard.
well, I see Stroud now, number 2. Woodard?
I want to say that, I don't feel that anybody should abstain from this vote, 'cause we all get a check from the county. Whether we're county employees or not, we all get paid by the county.
That's right.
And, also, reason, you can have any reason you want to vote for or not, but if you voting for what's morally right, I can't see no reason why you would vote to not to move this motion forward.
You know, if you're voting for the budget, and you got people working for the county, you're affected. And all you can do is say, I've got a wife that works in school system or whatever, and it will be noted. And we're all kin to somebody, somewhere in this county. All right, Commissioner Summers. Yes, Stroud.
So my, my question is, and I'll go ahead like Commissioner Doris and say, hey, I've got a spouse works for the county too, so.
Okay.
Just, I mean, I think probably everybody knew, but anyway.
No.
The question is, so if we vote no to move forward, we want the holiday, we're gonna move forward. Then are we gonna decide tonight how we're gonna do it?
Yeah, well, we got two more options, Bob.
So.
Got
How
two
we're
more
gonna-
resolutions.
The first one is, are we gonna recognize it? That's the first vote. And then we talk about how we're gonna fund it. And there's two options to that.
Yeah, we're moving forward on this.
I think the first one is, are we gonna recognize it?
Yep.
That's the first question in front of us.
That's easy.
I don't mind framing it, I don't mind.
Commissioner Summers.
I have a little spiel. I know a lot of people in the audience spoke about this. I live with Jordan and them do it, Chamber of Commerce. I seen their website today, and livable.com said this about Robeson County. Experience Robeson County, a diverse and welcoming place that provides opportunity for all residents. Robeson County is a study in diversity, racially, ethnically, and in the scope of career opportunity. Black represents 8% of the population, including more than 21% in Springfield. While a growing Hispanic and Latino population now total 7.5%, and more than 10% of Robeson County businesses are minority owned. In 2021, President Biden made Juneteenth a federal holiday, and in April of 2023, the state officially made it Juneteenth a paid holiday. Along with Juneteenth being recognized as a paid holiday at the federal level and the state level, it's also recognized as a holiday in the city of Springfield, which is our county's biggest city, and also in every county bordering Robeson County, including Cheatham County, where the population is 94% white and 3% black. For a blossoming county that says it's a study in diversity and racially and ethically, to not recognize a federal holiday as a paid holiday in our county would be complete malpractice to the citizens of the county and pure stubbornness by this commission.
Thank you. Okay. Question being called. If you're for this resolution, you will vote yes. If you're against. If you're voting, if you're for not having this holiday, you gotta vote yes. If you're against it. That's what we've been discussing, Bobby.
If we're in favor of the holiday.
If you're in favor of it, you vote no.
Correct.
If you're against
Be
it, you
sure
vote
that's what we're
yes.
saying.
There you go.
All right.
Because I always say yes first.
I know so little.
We're asking you guys to take 3 hours.
I'm ready to go.
All right, we got 20 in favor of having Juneteenth, and 3 saying no. I declare that resolution passes on number 1. Now move to number 2, Bob.
Thank you. All right. Here's where we really get to talk about it.
Yeah. That's where the rubber.
Okay, no, I think it was the right thing. So now we get to talk about how we pay for it. This is resolution 121-823-144. This is a resolution to consider establishing Juneteenth as legal, but it's already done. All right, yes, we've done that one. This is how we pay, no, this is
The
a,
last
this is one.
paragraph is what you need to read.
Okay. So, the very last paragraph.
Yeah, that's what's different.
Now therefore be it resolved by the Robeson County Board of Commissioners meeting on the 18th day of December 2023, that after considerable discussion, the prior county holiday of Juneteenth is, no, this is where we get to pick what day we eliminate. We've already decided we're gonna recognize Juneteenth. This is done. So now the first option is we say we're still gonna keep it at 12. And we have to pick which day is not recognized. Now, I voted for this. I think it should be recognized.
All right.
I should also tell you that right now we're spending $1.2 million for paid holidays. It's around $100,000 a holiday times 12. That's what we're paying right now. I would prefer to keep it at 12. I'm on the budget committee. That's part of it. And part of it is the majority of the people who fund this county The business owners, farmers, don't get any. The other people who work for other people get between 7 and 8. So if we add a day, what we're saying is county's going on the hook for another $100,000. So that turns it into 1.3 million. That's what we're looking at. That's my take on it. So I think we ought to recognize it, but I think we should pick a day to recognize it within them 12. That's my opinion. But I get one vote.
Okay, before we talk about it more, I got a second by Billy Ray Dawes. Hey, let the chair add, I'm gonna say respectfully, your add Juneteenth is another county holiday, but you remove one of the existing 12. That's what you're voting on in this resolution. All right, I got a couple people want to speak here. Commissioner White.
Yes, sir. So I agree that we need to recognize this as a holiday. I also agree to be financially responsible because of what we've done already by raising property taxes to eliminate a holiday. And based upon what the city of Springfield has already done, they have eliminated President's Day and included Juneteenth. And I would like to put in my 2 cents and say I'd like to eliminate President's Day and add Juneteenth as that holiday.
Okay, thank you. Let me see, Commissioner Woodard?
Yes, sir. It's been over a year that I brought this resolution to the floor. And at the time I spoke with the mayor about tabling the resolution until we had a time to look at the budget and also to look at some holidays we had about flipping them over. And also about looking at making a new holiday. So I feel like if this body can't do this tonight, I feel like a resolution that went by, we weren't able to get it through the legislative committee. It's been put off and put off. I think we need to get this resolved tonight. And I think I worked with the county commission well by tabling this, putting it off and giving them plenty of time to work on it. And I think a year and a half is plenty of time to get it worked out.
We're going to work it out tonight, I promise.
Work out tonight.
That's what we're going to do.
So I have a question.
Go ahead.
Mr. White?
Yes, sir.
Is that in the form of a motion to do President's Day? Is my question.
That is a motion to do President's Day.
Wait, I'm confused on this. Do we vote? Did we eliminate and then we vote again to say which day? Or are we doing?
We just voted, we're gonna recognize Juneteenth.
Right, I did that.
Okay. So now how we talk about how we're gonna pay for it?
Yes, sir, and I understand it. So if I vote here that I want to eliminate a day, then do we have to have another vote decided on that day?
No, we're gonna pick it right now.
Okay.
In this motion.
We can't, that's the way this motion is written.
We got to vote.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, what happened, that man just amended the resolution.
That's what he's got.
That's what he did.
We've got to get the motion passed.
Mayor, we've got to
And
get this
then-
right here taken.
Yeah, I agree, everybody, but we got 3 options here. Everybody just calm down.
Right.
I'm letting everybody speak though. Anybody else want to speak to Commissioner Cows?
Are we in discussion with this motion?
Yes.
Yes.
We got a second, Billy Dawes. So we need someone to make a motion or amend this motion.
Mr. Martin.
That's what,
I didn't hear him say that.
I want to amend this
Okay.
motion to eliminate President's Day and add Juneteenth as a holiday for Robert C.
Do the other first.
We need a second
Need to
on the amendment.
We need a second on the amendment.
Second.
I got a second by Commissioner Moore. Now, we're voting on the amendment, right, Madam Chair?
Yes.
Which is,
To
President.
take President's Day, to remove President's Day and put Juneteenth in its place.
Right. If this passes,
President's Day with Juneteenth.
Done.
are we in discussion mode?
yeah, we're still in discussion mode.
Then I'd like to say.
Would you like to?
Yes, with respect to you. I don't think President's Day is one that we should eliminate. That is a federal holiday, and all the federal offices are closed. The banks are closed, the post offices are closed locally, and I don't think that's a good day. To me, the day after Thanksgiving is not a federal holiday, it's a shopping day. And to me, if someone wants to take off the day after Thanksgiving, they have comp time and vacation time for that.
Yep.
And I just don't think President's Day is the
I can't vote for
correct
that.
one.
I can't vote for President.
Wait, okay. That's just, we're fixing to vote on this amendment. Everybody gets through talking. I've got, Commissioner Pierce. Woodard. Wait a minute, let's go to Woodard.
All right, my question is, if we present this for a motion that has been amended to make President Day, and President Day get voted down by this commission, are we able to present another day, or does this kill?
Yes, sir. Just vote, yes.
Yes, sir.
That's my
Chairman, just a point of order again. Normally, we can amend a motion twice. Now, we sit here all.
Right. If this motion about President's Day don't pass, then we're gonna amend it again.
Yes.
Calm down.
We're gonna pick up that.
Get the chairman upset. I had to do a funeral today.
I got a point of inquiry on what Commissioner Hogan just said. Did you say we can only?
Wait a minute, it's not your time. Commissioner, what's your speaker button? Commissioner Pierce?
Yeah, I just wanted to, no, you're good. I mean, the only thing to bring up, I agree with what you're saying. But say, I just, the only thing that bothers me about taking that away is Thanksgiving's a time where families get together. A lot of people might not live here, they gotta travel. Gives you 4 days to spend with your loved ones. I get what you're saying, things are closed, you know. I think my dilemma is that, it's February. I don't know. I would rather not see the day of Thanksgiving taken away so that they can enjoy a 4-day weekend instead of having to come back to work for a week.
All right, now I got Commissioner Stroud.
I'd just like to kind of throw this out there. Everything that comes up that we decide we need or that we want to do, we figure out a way to fund it.
That's right. That's exactly right.
I mean, there are counties around us that have 13 holidays, 14 holidays. Yes, they may have a bigger budget, but they do have the additional holidays. You know, I think Cheatham's is 13 maybe. Yeah, I can look and I can tell you.
Yeah, I think we can do it.
So yes, I mean, Sumner County's at 14, Montgomery County at 13, Cheatham County at 14. So anyway, so I mean, we can figure out how to do it. I think that we are, you know, I think we're not going about this the right way if we take something away.
I agree.
We're not giving anything if we're taking something away. Yeah, I realize we're recognizing a day.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm gonna tell you, we're not doing a good job of paying our bills with that budget we passed this year.
Well, you know, another thing I'd like to throw out there.
And we're the only county I know that pays people sick days when they leave.
Well, see, that was another thing I'd like to throw out there. That'd be something to consider, is quit paying out when somebody leaves county or retires, you know, these endless amounts of.
I agree, Commissioner Stroud. We wouldn't be having this discussion if we wasn't doing that.
So
That's something we're working on.
we have this option. If this doesn't pass, we have another amendment. If it doesn't pass, there's a third option, and then we add a date. I'm just telling you that's an option.
We're not done. We're not near done this trail.
We're gonna figure this out, how to fund it tonight. That's what
We ain't leaving here. Mr. Summers.
I know a lot of, President Day kind of pulls on a lot of hearts, understand that one. And, like Commissioner Stroud just said, by adding the holiday, I know you all, like you said, the budget, that kind of doesn't work out too well. But I think, what Commissioner Stubblefield said about Black Friday, Black Friday, came about like in the 50s when, factory workers, called, in the masses to call off so they can enjoy a 4-day weekend, and then later on, about 15 years later, it became big on shopping. Now you're in 2023, and Cyber Monday is a higher grossing than Black Friday is. So
That's right.
I think Black Friday is kind of like, if we're gonna do anything, that'd probably be the day we need to concentrate on here.
And it's not sorry, let me put that in there, hang on.
It's kind of an oxymoron that we're sitting here talking about a vacation day and we're eliminating a President Day, which honors President Lincoln and President Washington. And President Lincoln had the most influential pack of this whole business here.
I got 4 people here want to speak, but if we would go ahead and vote this amendment down, we would eliminate a whole lot of this discussion.
Vote it down.
Okay, I got Commissioner Moore. Head Hebert, you go.
I just feel like we have to be financially responsible. President's Day is a big thing to me. President Lincoln, President Washington, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't even go shopping on Black Friday. I don't get, if I do any shopping, it'll be online anytime, any day. And, so a lot of, my dad used to work at a paper mill, and he didn't get hardly as many holidays as what our county employees do. A lot of these other businesses, mom and pop stores and stuff like that, they don't get holidays. I think we need to cap it at 12, just to be financially responsible. If we can always go back and add another holiday if we want to, when we've got the funds. But we voted up the property taxes. I think our constituents and everybody that has to pay property taxes expect us to be financially responsible.
Commissioner Moore?
Federal's only 11 holidays. It doesn't have the day after Thanksgiving. I don't think taking away President's Day is the right. I'm ready to vote. Question.
I'm sorry, I got another one. Commissioner Roberts.
If I'm not mistaken, the county gave up Columbus Day for Black Friday.
Sure did.
Holiday that was given up to have that day. Is that correct?
Yeah, we did that on the record.
Wow.
Question been called.
And this is on the amendment.
Now, we're voting on the amendment to add, take it away President's Day and add in Juneteenth.
Correct.
Everybody straight.
Does that mean I vote no?
Now, you're voting yes to take away Washington's birthday. All right.
That'd make it kind of personal, didn't you?
Well, hey, Hoover. Broke us.
Can we, is there another day?
Yep.
Yeah. Even if we devote this now?
We
You're voting
no.
yes to swap a holiday. It's Washington's Day is what's been picked.
If we vote no, then you're saying you don't want to pick
You
president.
don't want to take President's Day. Everybody straight on that. I knew this was gonna happen. Never. All right, if you're for this resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote. Who wants to talk now? What is done? The question's been called.
It's voted.
We're done.
We're done. Now that.
Okay, let's move on.
That's the amendment.
The motion.
Y'all done all the talking and you heard and voted it quick? I got 15 saying no and 8 saying yes.
Amendment fails.
The amendment failed.
Washington's Day failed.
Mr. Stokes.
President's Day or whatever.
Motion to
Yes, ma'am.
replace the shopping day after Thanksgiving. Let employees, if they want to be off, take off.
No, don't need all that.
Okay, make a motion that replace the Friday after Thanksgiving.
You're amending.
That's the amendment, and we need a second,
Second.
is to replace, is to take the Friday after Thanksgiving and use that to honor Juneteenth.
Correct.
That's the motion on the floor at this time. Will keep us at 12.
What you're doing, you're replacing, what's it called?
He got lost anyway.
Gone for about 20 minutes.
Okay, I got a motion, a second by Summers,
Just, let me get it in,
voting on the amendment.
taking the day after.
This is amendment
Friday
to
after.
take the Friday after Thanksgiving. That's the amendment.
You're gonna call it Juneteenth's taking place?
And this is the same deal. If you vote no, then we'll go to option 3.
Yep. All right, motion in a second. I had the question.
Question.
All in favor, say, I mean, you're for taking, you know what you're voting on.
I can't vote. Hey. Dude.
Yeah,
Something's not right. I can't vote. It said connecting to meeting manager.
I was lost the Wi-Fi.
Leave us on the.
I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it. It just came up like that.
It was hanging up.
Bubba Darsh, you hadn't voted yet. And Randy Wilson?
this is on doing, the day after.
I got 18 yeses and 5 noes. Guys, you tell us what that means?
Means that, Juneteenth will take the place of the Friday after Thanksgiving as the paid holiday.
So we got Juneteenth. Hey, the option 3's gone then, right?
Correct.
I have one, Mr. Mayor.
We don't need it.
Effective when?
That's effective this year.
Well, but Friday after Thanksgiving's already gone. So it'll be fiscal year 2024.
Next.
Yes. So 2024, the June will be then.
I stand correct. You're correct.
But essence, there will be a 13th one.
Yes.
We ain't never gonna get there.
We're gonna add it
The holiday.
fiscal year, but the day after it comes next fiscal year.
It'd be next year.
Right.
Yeah.
Less.
About that, yeah.
No,
We need a motion.
they need to know.
We gotta deal with that this today, but we know if we're gonna fund it for this year.
Well, this year
Gone.
Thanksgiving's gone.
2024.
It'd be in next year's budget.
But you're gonna have a Juneteenth.
This year.
2024.
In 2024 budget.
You won't have the Friday after.
It's already funded.
That's the whole. New budget. 13 this year, because we've already had the Friday out.
Right. We get 13 this year.
No, what? No.
Because it was a 23 Friday. It was-
No, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
Right,
You're
because-
right. Yeah, you're right. Because, right.
That's right.
So what we did is said, it's gonna replace it, but we've already had this Friday off and it's already been paid.
Right.
Right, that's
Now you're
right.
gonna get the June off.
So I think this goes back to budget committee to figure out how we fund it this year. For the rest of this year.
Very good.
You said this would be this fiscal year.
Is the Friday after Thanksgiving a holiday?
No, we go June,
Not anymore, not anymore.
July to June.
I know that now, but I mean, wasn't it before? It just replaced it. I mean, it's a swap out, ain't it?
No, because Thanksgiving, if it's in this budget year, Thanksgiving, the Friday after Thanksgiving's already been.
Right.
Right,
And we paid for it.
right.
Right, and June paid for it, still in this budget,
And June is still in this budget.
so 23 budget.
Right. I don't see it that way.
Let's do what?
Why was that not brought forward? That it would still be in
Nobody
this
bothered
budget?
to say that.
Well,
That could have been
the
brought.
way I see it, if you took it the day after Thanksgiving, next year it'll be the day after Thanksgiving. That don't mean you get it in
Everybody else, $100,000.
the day after Thanksgiving.
What I'm saying is Juneteenth will be in this year's budget when it comes up. Still the current 24.
Right, because we are July to June. July,
Understand that.
I understand it too, but see, nobody said that either. Nobody brought that forward, which it might not have made any difference, but nobody brought that forward.
it all washed the next time.
I know.
You take it in June, you're voting for the holiday.
No, what we're saying is. So,
Does anybody see my side of
in
this?
June of 24, we're gonna take Juneteenth.
Right.
That's still in this.
It's still in the 2023 budget.
We've already taken Friday
Make it,
Thanksgiving. Correct? Am I saying that right?
it's in
I
there.
do think, sure, but I do think we gotta go back to budget committee and figure out how we do that. That's what I think.
We already.
It's done deal. We're gonna figure out how to fund that part of it. It's,
A one-time.
it'll be a one-time thing.
We're gonna stay neutral out of the budget committee, that we will stay budget neutral.
That was what we wanted to do, yes. So we didn't wanna add one.
No, we didn't want
It's in this fiscal year.
We're gonna add it this time, because thank you.
One time deal.
I just know we.
Right.
I make a motion, take it out of there.
Just said it.
Or what a general fund, I mean.
Yeah, I think, the county attorney did tell me it needs to be amended about when it will take effect.
All right, we're not done here. Thank you for bringing that up, Mr. Rock. So we do need to amend it, when it takes effect. I think the intent I got was it was gonna be recognized this year. That was the intent, I think. But you do have the fact that the holiday we're replacing it with has already been taken in this budget year.
And the money.
Mr. Rummel?
Yes, sir. I understand the cost of the holiday is roughly $100,000 to the county. Is that correct?
In overtime, probably, yeah.
Okay. I also understand that there was a workers' comp refund of some kind, and we may have roughly that much money available.
I think that done got spent, didn't it, Bob?
Has it all been spent already?
We've allocated, yes.
It's allocated? Okay, all right. I was gonna say, maybe that would be a source to pay for Juneteenth for this year.
We,
Is there none of that money left, the workers' comp?
we do have some other one-time money coming in.
We got some one-time money, yeah.
We
Come in, but we ain't got to that resolution yet.
So, when we go, yeah. So, I guess we need an amendment that we are gonna recognize it in 2024.
Right.
Right? Right.
Mr. Chairman, it's not an amendment. You need to have a new motion.
He just made a motion for that,
Oh, you made a motion.
I just made the motion. There's a second.
that we recognize it this budget year.
But it's not an amendment.
No, it's a motion.
I second Mr. Rummel's motion.
I got a motion and a second that we recognize it
In 2024.
2024.
Year
This fiscal year.
The budget year
The year of 2024, this coming Juneteenth will be recognized.
Yeah, it'd be recognized in this year's fiscal year.
Yes.
This was already gone. Commissioner Roberts?
If we get to the next resolution, we should have money to fund this.
Yeah, that's.
Just get past this.
We just ain't got there yet.
Yeah.
We'd all read our package, we'd see it.
There you go. So, wait, we need to.
Mr. Chairman, if it's easier, I'm happy to withdraw my motion to.
I don't think that's necessary.
Okay.
We got a second, we got a motion and a second.
Question?
We need to approve the original motion as amended the day after Thanksgiving. We amended, we to amend it, but we need to go back to the original motion.
Okay, so we need to go to the original motion that we've already said what day and pass that motion, that it's gonna be.
Mr. Chairman, you got a motion on the floor. He needs to withdraw his motion and bring it back up after.
Okay, but look here, if everybody quit talking, we might get through this. Withdraw your motion.
Withdraw.
All right.
It was wrong.
Mr. Counts, go ahead.
The motion on the floor is the original motion that we will have 12 paid holidays. And we will replace one of them, that has been decided as the day after Thanksgiving. And it will be Juneteenth, after this year.
Madam Clerk, you're right. We did vote on the amendment, didn't go back to the resolution. So, all right, is everybody on page?
Need a question?
Somebody explain. I'm now lost.
So we passed an amendment that it would be the Friday, that Friday would be used as Juneteenth henceforth. But the original motion was that we would just have 12 paid holidays. And it would be replaced, and then we decided what day with the amendment. So now we need to pass the original motion as
As
stated.
amended.
So,
As amended.
so if we vote no for this, we're saying
We want 13
that
holidays.
we want 13 holidays.
Correct.
That's correct.
Correct.
And that is the next resolution we got in our hand.
Correct.
If we vote yes, we agree with taking Black Friday.
Correct.
Right.
Everybody straight?
Great.
Yes, take
I mean, if you want a new holiday, you need to keep voting no all the time. Now, if that make it clear to everybody, they won't.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thought we already.
question been called for the resolution with the amendment. Vote yes, if you're against it, vote no. See how fast you are this time. Got 19 for and 4 against, that resolution passes.
Now we need a motion.
Now we need a motion. Mr. Romo.
All right. I move that we recognize Juneteenth in the current fiscal year 2024.
I still second.
Got a second by Haley.
Question?
Question been called. I know what you're voting for?
Yes.
I see some people scratching their heads. Question been called.
Just a second.
Okay, wait a minute, Madam Clerk, got to catch up.
You gonna get in trouble.
She's speaking to ask for a raise.
She needs it.
You had to quit. All right, you ready?
2023, 2024,
All right.
right?
We're voting to take this next June before we do a new budget. That right, Bobby Cat?
Correct.
That's right.
Will be recognized in this budget year.
Okay.
One time holidays.
Not liking you right now, but you're right.
All right. I got a feeling by the time that's done, it'll be
We'll have it figured out.
calf again. All right, you in favor of that? Oh, should vote yes. Against it, vote no. Got 22 for, 1 against. I declare resolution passed.
All right.
Bob, you about done?
We've got it. I'm working on it. We've got it and we know how we're gonna pay for it. Almost. All right, this is resolution 121-823-147. This is a resolution to approve the economic. Excuse me? Six? You're right. How'd I do that?
Well, we were trying to get out of here. I was training tonight anyway.
Nobody we care about. This is resolution 121-823-146. This is a resolution to alter and amend certain prior agreements between Robertson County, Tennessee, and the Industrial Development Board of the County of Robertson relative to the Conwood properties.
Okay, I got a second by Commissioner Moore. Mr. Soto, you want to speak?
I just have one question. Does the resolution require the $414,000 gifted to the board for the White House project to come back to the general fund upon the sale of the property in the new industrial park?
It does not.
No, but when they start selling that land, we will see a cash flow. I'm getting a nod back there. Yeah, we're talking, they bought this land for 50,000 and we're hoping it's 135,000 an acre at least. All right, I got a motion and a second. If you're for his resolution, anybody got any more questions for Bobby? He'd love to answer.
I do enjoy this.
All right, question be called. If you're for his resolution, vote yes. If against it, vote no. Got 23 for, 0 against. That resolution passes. Thank you. Just because we got some one-time money.
So does that answer the question of how we do this one time?
Yeah. We're good at spending one-time money, gang.
We are. We need to not be as good at it. All right.
Okay. Bobby Caps.
Yes, sir.
Will you read the last resolution you got?
This is resolution 121-823-147. This is a resolution to approve the economic development plan for the shops at the Moreland Development Area.
Okay, I got a second by Commissioner Morgan. Has anybody got any questions to ask? We got some people that been waiting here and watched us for a long time.
Very patient.
Very
I can
patient.
answer my can.
City plans.
I got a question called for. If you're for this resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. Springfield has done past this. Mr. Brinkley? Okay.
I was.
Got 23 for, 0 against. That resolution passes. Mr. Moore, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
We got a lot of company here wanting to speak.
No.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Is any old business coming from the commission? Any new business? I just want to say Danny Weeks has been sitting back there mighty quiet. Welcome aboard, Danny. Wait a minute, Mr. Brinkley wants to speak.
I was talking to Chad back there about the radio, see if he could give us an update.
Okay, can we, wait a minute. All right, Commissioner Brinkley.
I was wanting to see if the chair could recognize Chad Gregory to come up and talk about just a brief on the radio.
Okay, Chad. Y'all in favor of making Chad a member of the court, say aye. Aye. Anyone oppose that? Chad, bounce on up here.
Hurry
up, Chad.
Hurry up, Chad.
30 seconds.
Okay, so our radio call the other day, they have located the last 120 subscriber units, which are portables and mobiles that were still outstanding. Those are located and on the way. Our microwave equipment that was the ordeal with the purchase order that we've talked about before, that's scheduled to, supposed to ship at the end of February, middle to end of February. They plan to still be active by the end of March, so we're going to work on that. The tornado barely missed the radio, our main radio tower by about 350, 400 yards. So Motorola is getting a tower assessment team together. They're going to climb the tower, make sure everything's still attached where it's supposed to be. None of the towers twisted, all that. We're hoping to get that done by the end of this year. It's actually moving a little faster than they had thought that they could get moving, but we don't have a date yet on that. They're going to do that at no cost as part of the project, so we're not going to have to do anything there. MCA, which is our local radio vendor, they had some damage at their building in Nashville. They have inspected everything that was in the area that the door was blown in, so that we didn't receive any damage to any of the equipment that we've got stored there, waiting for programming and all of that. So there's no damage there. We're working on the dispatch console programming is underway. So we sent out, we're asking the agencies that use the paging side, which is fire and EMS, to get us their paging frequencies and tones and all of that, so we can get all of that in and make sure that we've got it moving over right. They're going to work on getting the subscriber units, a couple for each agency, programmed up so that they can test out to make sure that the ergonomics, the buttons, do the functions that they wanted them to do, and you can actually touch and feel and make sure that it works before we program hundreds of radios and something's wrong. We want to program 2 or 3 and then have to reprogram those versus going through and having to reprogram several hundred radios again. So that's the latest in a nutshell. That's what we got going, because
we owe Chad a lot of thanks, y'all.
Thank you, Chad.
Wait a minute, Chad. Now, this is coming through 911. We've got a generator down.
Correct. Generator
About
$25,000. Give or take. I don't remember what the exact last quote was, but
That's gonna be on the plate game. We got a generator. How old is that generator?
Probably
25,
30. When that tower was originally, Sheriff, is that right? When we went.
Yeah, it's always done played out. 911's done talked to us in Springfield about replacing
That was probably when we first went on the original 450 trunk, which was somewhere around 05 when we came off of the Beaver Clear Channel Tower. And I showed it on Friday.
We're trying to say lightning hit it.
We had a storm go through.
Okay, thank you, Chad.
Thanks, Chad.
I got some more. Commissioner Haley?
Sir.
You want to speak?
No, sir, I'm sorry. Laid it down, I must have hit it.
All right, okay. Bobby Hogan, you want to do the notice?
Yes, sir. Mr. Mayor, I reviewed the applications of those wishing to become a notary. I recommend that we elect all those that have applied to be a notary for the county of Robertson and the great state of Tennessee.
You with me? Roman, you want to speak?
I did, but you moved on. I was just going to ask about progress the Personnel Committee was making on the policy for these large payouts.
Well, it's been talked about, and I'm not sure how that came out of personnel. Probably need to meet again, because I think something needs to be, we got to come up with something. Yeah, I mean, I've heard trying to maybe buy out the employees where they're at. But, it's, the question was, when we going to stop it? And when's it affect the new employees?
Mr. Mayor, we got a motion on the floor.
Yeah. All in favor of electing these notaries, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Anybody know who they are? All right. So we adjourn. I'm gonna wish everybody a Merry Christmas. And all the county commissioners need to come right up here before you leave. Bubba Doris, you wanna do a motion? So moved.